นะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะ The owner of the palace actually spread white cloth as a kind of something for the Buddha to step on to lead him to the room where he was going to have lunch. The Buddha refused, and he just stood there. Again, the owner of the place invited, "Oh, please step on this white cloth." Again, the Buddha refused. Third time, Ananda. Ananda was the Buddha's attendant, a very close attendant, and also cousin. The one when we were down in the library, you see that statue of the monk. Sorry, I did not introduce you. That is Ananda. Ananda is very important. I think he is even more important than Peter in Christianity, because he was the one who recorded all the teaching of the Buddhas. That's why I said he's very important. So Ananda read the mind of the Buddha, because he had been serving the Buddha very close. So he intervened, and he asked the owner of the place, "Please remove this white cloth so that the Buddha could walk." So they removed the white cloth, and the Buddha walked to the place where he was going to have lunch. After having lunch, he gave them blessing and said goodbye. Then upon his return, Ananda asked the Buddha, "What was the reason that you did not step on the white cloth?" The Buddha said, the owner of the place made a wish that if the Buddha stepped on the white cloth, that he would have sons, he would have children, he would have sons. But the Buddha knew that that man is not going to have any sons, not any children. Then Venerable Ananda asked further, what is the reason behind it? The Buddha said, in the previous birth, he was a prince. That man was a prince, and he went on a tour with his soldiers. As he arrived at this particular island, as soon as he landed, he ordered the soldiers to go up, climb the trees, and go into the bird nest and remove the eggs. And he ate the eggs of the birds in that area. Because of that, it's bad karma, bad act. Because of that, he will not have any children. When he is born in this life, he will not have any children. And the Buddha could read the wish that he had in his mind, that if the Buddha stepped on this white cloth, that he would have children. But the Buddha knew that this man is not going to have any children. Therefore, he refused to step on the white cloth. Then I continued on another story, that when we as monastics, when we entered the private residence, suppose if Ajahn Group invite me to come to visit your house, as soon as I entered, I will be just standing there waiting for Ajahn Group to prepare me the place where I should sit. But in Sri Lanka, as soon as they see monastics coming in, they would go inside, grab a piece of white cloth, spread on the sofa. Spread on the sofa. So the sofa that has this white cloth spread, it means it's meant for monastics. So this is in Sri Lanka. But in Thailand, make sure that when you enter a house, make sure that the owner of the place show you the place where you can sit. Because sometimes you just go ahead and sit at maybe the best chair, suppose the best chair. It happened to be the chair that the father of the owner would usually come and sit. You know, there is always that favorite corner, favorite chair that this person would take. So when the father actually came out, it is kind of awkward, you know. So the owner of the house will have to ask you to please move over here so that the grandfather can sit here. So being monastic, we are very particular that when we entered into the household in the private home, we always do not embarrass them and do not embarrass ourselves. So we wait. Wait until they invite. Wait until they invite. Oh, please sit here. Please sit here. So this spreading white cloth always have a story behind. Spreading white cloth here in this temple, if any place is spread with white cloth like here, it means a place for spirituality. You see, so in different locality, it means differently. In public, you will see many times when the king would come out, local people would just spread white cloth for the king to step on it. They would keep that as the king, the royal footprint, you know, that they really nourish, they really pay respect. Good memory for them. So when you read the story, read through. Do not read only the first page. You have to read through what it reveals afterwards. Don't get stuck with just the first page.